Starting off with number 10, we have the Bond Rolex. Looks like an ordinary Rolex, but it's not. Try shooting a bullet at this bad boy, and it'll get deflected. At number 9, we have the wrist-mounted dart gun. Anyways, this is useful for when the enemy is wearing body armor, cause it goes right through. Wow. Number 8 is the Q-boat. This thing is just cool. I mean, who wouldn't want a Hydra boat fitted with a jet engine able to navigate through both land and sea? I know I would. In fact, I probably would have asked for one for Christmas, but Santa would likely die carrying it, causing all children, naughty and nice, to hate me, and I wouldn't know what to do, so then they'd probably make me Santa, which I guess isn't so bad after all. Number 7 is the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is known to be Bond's signature vehicle, and it would just be wrong if it wasn't equipped with a bullet shield, license plate revolvers, smoke screen, oil slick generators, machine guns, tire shredders, and everyone's favorite, the ejector seats. Useful for when your annoying sibling is in the vehicle. On to number 6, we have the Ericsson cell phone. This not so ordinary cell phone is complete with a stun gun, a fingerprint reader, an antenna screwdriver, and the coolest feature is its ability to navigate Bond's BMW, acting as a remote control car. Halfway down the list is Bond's Omega watch. With the flick of a wrist, you can slice right through a train with the hidden laser beam cutter. It also contains a grappling hook, so Bond can swing from building to building like Spider-Man, although he never quite got around to it. Number 4 is the cute little Nelly. Although this silly single-seat aircraft looks harmless, it is packed with machine guns, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, a smoke screen, and of course, the pilot. Barely making the top 3 is the Bell Textron jetpack. These two fuel tanks strapped to Bond's back are mainly used after Bond has killed a bad guy and needs a quick escape. Runner-up at number 2 is the Lotus Sprint. It is basically a submarine with wheels because it can travel on land and in sea. Of course, it must have the surface-to-air missiles, harpoons, a sonar, a periscope, and for those naughty criminals, a self-destruct anti-theft feature. And now for a quick recap before the final winner. And now, at number 1, the moment you've all been waiting for, the invisible car. The Aston Martin is pictured in almost every James Bond movie as his signature vehicle, and this time, it's invisible. First you see it, then you don't. Which is great, of course, until some idiot comes along and crashes into your invisible car. I mean, how do you not see an invisible car? And now, on a more serious note, family and identity. Have you ever wondered if James Bond had a family? If he would be the same person if he did have a family? According to the films, he has no family. If he had a family, his life would most likely be completely different. That alone says a lot about his identity. His identity has been formed and created on the basis that he is alone without a family. However, I would argue that his gadgets are his family and support. He looks to them for help in desperate and nearly fatal situations. Similarly, we look to our families for help whenever we are faced with desperate and I suppose nearly fatal situations. Therefore, Bond's identity has been shaped by the idea that he has no family, and instead, he has his gadgets.